gentlemen, we welcome one and all present here. सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है, बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन है आज इस शुभ दिन, इस बहुत ही सुंदर प्रोग्राम में where we celebrate the 8th Plan India Impact Awards 2025. It is with immense pleasure and a profound sense of purpose that we gather here today to recognize and celebrate the extraordinary individuals and initiatives that have left an indelible mark on the society. This day is a testament to the power of vision, dedication, and unwavering commitment to creating positive change. As we come together to applaud the remarkable achievements of our award recipients, we are reminded that every small step towards progress contributes to a brighter future for all. कहते हैं ना कि सफ़र चाहे हज़ारों मील लंबा ही क्यों ना हो, लेकिन उसकी शुरुआत हमेशा एक छोटे से कदम के साथ होती है. Before we dive into the agenda for the proceedings, we would like to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our distinguished guests who have joined us here today. We welcome Dr. Dhyaneshwar Manohar Mole, former member, National Human Rights Commission, and former Secretary to Government of India. A very warm welcome to you, sir. We welcome Padma Shri Indira Chakravarti ji, public health researcher and guest faculty in the public health program at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi. We welcome Professor Ravi Bhatnagar ji, Director Corporate Communications and Corporate Affairs, South Asia, MENARP and Africa for RECIT. We welcome the governing board members of Plan India and the Executive Director, Plan International India Chapter, as well as all other distinguished guests who are present here. Sabhi ke liye zordar taaliyan, abhinandan, vandan, aabhar. We are absolutely privileged to have you all amongst us today, and we thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules to be present here. Thank you for gracing us with your presence as we embark on this inspiring journey of acknowledgement and celebration. As the afternoon progresses, we promise a selection of engaging and insightful activities that not only celebrate the occasion but also foster meaningful conversations amongst all of us. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to all the guests present here. We hope you enjoy the proceedings and we appreciate your invaluable involvement in making this event a success. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to kickstart the proceedings now. So enjoy the conversations, the company and collective sense of purpose that brings us all together today. Onward we go with the ride filled with knowledge, inspiration and entertainment. To set the tone for today's ceremony and also to welcome our august gathering today, ladies and gentlemen, I would now be inviting Shri Mohammad Asif ji, Executive Director, Plan International India Chapter, to kindly please present the welcome address. Let's have a big round of applause as we welcome Shri Mohammad Asif on the stage.
Thank you. Good afternoon, namaskar, and a very, very heartfelt welcome to each one of you, all the eminent personalities, friends, colleagues, my board members, jury members of the Plan India Impact Awards. Thank you for being here with us for a very important purpose, and the purpose, as we all know, is to celebrate, to felicitate, to respect, to recognize people who are doing incredibly impactful work at the grassroots, what has been referred to as the last mile champions. So it's my honor and privilege to be here sharing space with some of the most impactful transformation that is happening at the grassroots level as we speak, and some of the people who we have had the honor, or we will have the honor to recognize and celebrate. Just to share with some colleagues who may not be aware, Plan India, we started this journey in 2008. This is the 8th edition of the award, and that was actually when we were in the field with the board and management, and at that time one of our board members no, talked about creating a platform through which we can celebrate the last mile champions. And it took us several years to reach that stage, and now we are at the 8th edition of the award. So I feel very honored and privileged that idea that germinated in the field through a program visit, a visit to the community, has led to something so inspirational, so motivating, and more than 3,000 frontline workers have joined the effort in terms of nominations, and several of them have reached the winners' podium as well. Once again, a very heartfelt welcome to each one of you. I know you have been busy with your various other engagements, but you took time out to be here to celebrate the achievements of our frontline workers who are doing amazing work. And I'm sure during the rest of the afternoon we will be hearing some of those inspirational stories, and we'll not just gain ourselves, but we'll also take these stories to many others who are doing amazing work to make our communities, our families, our villages, slums a better place, and in that whole process contributing, creating to a much more better India, a better society. And with these words, I'll take, once again, thank each one of you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for addressing us, for sharing your thoughts and views with all of us before we actually dive into the proceedings for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, I am reminded of a few lines by a famous writer, which I read a few days ago. Community is not just another stakeholder in the business. Community is not just another stakeholder in the business, but the very purpose of existence of any enterprise. Ladies and gentlemen, frontline workers and community volunteers are the backbone of development, delivering vital services and driving change in some of the most underserved areas. Their contributions, though often unseen, create lasting impact across health, education, protection, and empowerment. Launched in the year 2017, the Plan India Impact Awards were created to honor these last mile champions who bring about real grassroots transformation. Over 8 seasons, the awards have celebrated more than 300 such individuals, amplifying their voices and inspiring a movement of equity and resilience. And now, it is with great pride that we invite you to witness the powerful journey, the journey of Plan India Impact Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, सभी से निवेदन है कि दृष्टि सभी की स्क्रीन की तरफ. May I please invite the attention of everyone towards the screen, please, because we will now be presenting a video based on this.
That this is a platform which provided the medium to a lot of people and is a chain in making the impact possible.
तो इस तरह के जुड़ाव से जो है हमें और यकीन होता है कि हम सही रास्ते पे हैं, काम जो है वो सही चले हैं। तो ऐसे कई सारे अनगिनत बेहतरीन जो लोग यहाँ पे हैं उनको नज़दीक के साथ समझने का मौका मिला है।
This is a platform for the youths like me because it gives you like wings to fly. So it is like give you the lift from your normal life to upcoming future endeavors.
प्लान इंडिया इम्पैक्ट अवार्ड की तरफ से मुझे बहुत ही मदद मिलेगी। जितनी मैंने बदलाव किया है उससे और भी ज़्यादा बदलाव होगी। ये हमारे बस मेरी गांव की ही बात नहीं, मेरी आस पड़ोस के गांव में जितने भी गांव हैं सब में बदलाव आएगी। उस गांव में मेरी ही तरह सब कोई हर एक लड़की बनेगी कि नहीं मुझे भी सारथी जैसे बनना।
It's all about being a positive role model, creating an impact. So definitely this award will help a lot of people understand that your voice matters.
बच्चों को जो प्रशिक्षण जिनको दे रहा हूँ वो ओलंपिक में खेले, ओलंपिक में मेडल जीते, ये मेरा सपना है। साथ ही साथ आज मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि मुझे प्लान इंडिया ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म मुझे उपलब्ध कराया और प्लान इंडिया परिवार को मैं तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ।
मैंने बहुत सारे बच्चियों का बाल विवाह को रोका तो मुझे प्रेरणा मिली कि जैसे मैं झेल रही थी वैसे कोई और बच्चियां ना झेले।
बहुत ही सुंदर वीडियो। प्लान इंडिया इम्पैक्ट अवार्ड्स की यात्रा पर आधारित ये लम्हे वाकई हमारे हृदय को छू रहे हैं। बहुत बहुत आभार। और जैसा कि एक अवार्डी ने सही कहा दैट योर वॉइस मैटर्स। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, वी ऑनर्ड टू हियर नेक्स्ट फ्रॉम अ डिस्टिंग्विश्ड फिगर whose contributions to public health and policy have left a lasting legacy. Shri JVR Prasad Rao, former Union Health Secretary and President and Chairman of Plan International India Chapter, who brings decades of experience and wisdom to this conversation. He will now share key reflections on the transformative power of community-led change and the importance of sustained advocacy. आइए करतल ध्वनि से जोरदार तालियों के साथ आमंत्रित करते हैं मंच पर श्री JVR प्रसाद राव जी को। सर, आपसे निवेदन है कि अपने संबोधन के लिए पधारें। बहुत बहुत स्वागत।
Namaskar, good afternoon. Thank you for the introduction. So, association with an agenda like this, it never keeps you idle. It keeps you going all the time. My association with community engagement, health, etc. is now about more than 20 years. When I joined National AIDS Control Organization in 1997, my journey started from then. Before that, I was in various other ministries, etc. But since then, the most significant part of the work that I could do was engagement with communities, engagement with grassroots, engagement with people who are left behind, engagement with those sections of society who do not exist for the mainstream society. I mean, they are in the shadows of, I would say, the society. So my association with Plan India started sometime in 2012. Since then, I'm a member. So I'm, I think, rotating out. But my association with these communities will never end. I think as long as I have energy to contribute, I will keep doing it, whether I'm in or out of office. But here, the most important thing that happened in the last 10, 15 years was the 2015 SDG Summit, the UN Summit on the Sustainable Development Goals. If you look at those 17 goals, there are different sections of or areas of work mentioned, but the last one, if you see, the real slogan there is leave no one behind. Leave no one behind. That is one of the SDGs. It has been specially mentioned, even though that cuts across all the other programs, especially that had to be highlighted, because ultimately that is the message. If you can't reach programs, if you can't reach services to the last mile, then all that you are doing for the remaining 90% of the sections of society is not of any use. So I think this is one program of Plan India which reaches those people, and one after another, I think we have been able to get into new areas of programming where we could reach those people. In COVID, we have seen when the entire government machinery came to a standstill, nothing could be reached to the field. Our workers, they carried headloads of medicines through mountains, through rivers, etc., and through adverse circumstances, even harassment by police. They ultimately could reach those medicines to those HIV positive people who are left behind somewhere, so that they don't die of AIDS. That is one example. There are many such examples you can take where Plan has taken the lead and worked with flood-affected people, with those who are affected by other natural calamities. We were there when there was a call. So that is a real test of the strength of Plan India. I would say that I have been very fortunate to get associated with the organization like this, and I think this award that you are getting is one of those many, I think, that we would like to give to people who are working on the front line. And I think we have got about 7 or 8 years now into these awards. I attended about 4 of them. Every time I think we are improving. We are improving on the way selection is made, the way the process has been unleashed, the way this program is arranged, etc. And it is really nice to see that we have been able to gain a lot of expertise in the process and also identify those people who are actually genuinely doing the work at the field level. So some of you who are getting the awardees here, you spread the word around so that you should be our champions at the field level. So next time when other nominations come, they might come through you. I think you should nominate others so that they can come and take these awards along with you in the years to come. So I don't want to take more of your time, but I think this is really a great story, and which will continue over the years to come. And under the leadership of Asif, I think the plan is doing a great job. And I want to congratulate you, Asif, and your great team, I think, for devising this thing and then taking it forward. And also a tribute to all my colleagues in the board, who I think came with different expertise, but with a common purpose. We could come together and work on those areas. And thank you very much for calling me here and giving me this opportunity. Thanks a lot. Namaskar.
As you rightly mentioned, sir, leave no one behind. बहुत बहुत आभार अपने विचार और प्रेरणादायी संबोधन से हम सभी को आज कृतार्थ करने के लिए बहुत बहुत आभार यहाँ पर आज आने के लिए. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to a very special segment, the Radhika Sen Memorial Award, which honors digital champions who have used technology to amplify girls' voices and their rights. The Radhika Sen Memorial Award honors the memory of a dynamic digital advocate who championed the rights of girls across India. I now request our guest of honor, Professor Ravi Bhatnagarji, Director Corporate Communications and Corporate Affairs, South Asia, MENARP and Africa at Reckitt, to kindly address on social impact through digital advocacy and on the Radhika Sen Memorial Award. Inviting Professor Ravi Bhatnagar on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you, Asif, for inviting me. Now, coming to the topic, like this topic is very close to my heart. And many a times, we talk about the things which are too good to be true. In terms of data, in terms of policies, in terms of, the digital tools, how the machine learning is happening, how the AI-based tools are getting used. There's so much fake which is there in this world now, more fake than before, in terms of people, in terms of processes, in terms of technologies, in terms of fake researches, in terms of many other fakes. among all that, like, what brings me here is like, talk about the voices of change, the key reflections. So there is a small piece which has been written, and after that I will be adding my own script to that, but this is very formal, so we'll go with this. It's with deep pride and unwavering conviction that I stand before you today, not merely to deliver remarks, but to illuminate a movement that is redefining the role of digital innovation in advancing social change across our nation. Some of the true activists and the true advocates I see in my daily life, and more the reason today I stand here in front of you to address this Radhika Sen Memorial Award, where with Reckitt we have 100 plus partners, and 80% of the partners' leaders are all women. Plan also happens to be one of the very important partners to Reckitt, where on all the programs the leadership is women leadership. And this is very, very relevant because, when I see about the award, when I read about Radhika Sen, her ambitions, I see a lot of things, lot of similarities, which she was actually thinking and what your team is delivering. I have not met anyone among my 100 other NGO partners where the managers could make the, further generation going to the Stanfords, for the graduate programs, for the Wharton Business School, and for others. Young people, your managers with around 8 to 10 years of experience are able to push other female colleagues and students from India to get admission into the Ivy League business schools. And that is a testimony, the kind of investments Plan is doing emotionally, culturally, in your own staff is a very, very true reflection of the same. Further to that, the digital campaign for the Girl Rights Initiative is not just an accolade, it's a bold affirmation of the transformative power of youth, technology and purpose. Across India, young women and men are no longer waiting for change, they are leading it, armed with smartphones, social media, and an unshakable sense of justice. So this gives me a lot of confidence, the aspirations, the belief on the Radhika Sen, this particular memorial award, creating the digital champions for the future, for the rights for the girls, and we celebrate the change makers who will carry forward her vision with courage, clarity, and conviction. Nevertheless, let's now recognize those who are not just shaping conversations, but reshaping their lives through the power of the digital media. There's some things which really inspire me. That's the first thing is a passion. There's a big question which always comes to my mind. So why all the burden on the women, on the girls? Why men not working? Why men not being the contributors? You see, Reach Each Child program that was focusing on the women. Again, the program on self-care, focusing on the women, what you have been doing. We thought there are only two things which just women can do. One is bearing the child, and second is breastfeeding. For rest, all 98 things out of 100, there's a responsibility of men and women both. So let's plan together and let's not just focus on women, and let's put all the focus equal and make the society equal and equitable. There are big questions on why this is done, why this is not done, what technology is better, what technology is not better. I'm super proud to work with you from Reckitt and beyond. I get the opportunity to work with at least 5 PSUs, the public sector undertakings, where I am one of the nominees of Government of India. Also, I sit on the board of more than 7 international NGOs, like the board members of Plan here. What I see as a big difference is the leadership here, the stewardship here, and the courage and encouragement your teams have and how they excel, not just in India. The testimony is more than 80 awards. Out of 80 cohort what Reckitt has won, 60 plus are with the Plan India alone. I'm not saying it's not because others are not working, but you guys are much, much way ahead in the curve, and every day you are creating the pathways which are very, very interesting, and people may follow and will be following it in the future. Thank you so much for calling me here.
Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightening words and also for all the good wishes which came from your side. Thank you very much for addressing us and also for joining us here today. Many thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now recognize the recipients of the Digital Champion for Girls' Rights Awards. The Golden Wings Award and the Silver Wings Award celebrate outstanding contributions in digital advocacy. These change makers have demonstrated creativity, courage, and commitment in using technology to drive social impact. Let's take a moment to applaud their achievements and thank them for their tireless efforts. The Radhika Sen Memorial Award honors the memory of a dynamic digital advocate who championed the rights of girls across the country. Thank you, Ravi Bhatnagarji, for truly stirring and thought-provoking messages from your side. We will now be felicitating two exceptional digital champions. सबसे पहले आइए शुरुआत करते हैं. The Best Digital Champion for Girls' Rights Golden Wings. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to read a little about the awardee and then invite the presenter before I actually announce the name of the winner. A trailblazer for digital inclusion, she created Girlitical and Scholarback to give 8,500 plus girls safe access to scholarships, mentorship, and digital safety, reaching over around 112,000 engagements nationwide. She broke barriers of family resistance as well as community fears that kept girls away from the digital world, building trust through stories and peer leadership. Her dream idea, STEM Sakhi, Har Beti Future Ready, will take STEM labs on wheels to underserved communities, making her vision both climate smart and scalable. Globally recognized by UNICEF, World Bank, and TEDx, she stands as a fearless youth champion advancing girls' rights in the digital age. So before I announce the name, may I please invite Professor Ravi Bhatnagarji to kindly please present this award. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Golden Wings Award goes to Anushka Sinha from Agra, Uttar Pradesh. जोरदार तालियां अनुष्का के लिए. जोरदार तालियां. Anushka Sinha from Agra, Uttar Pradesh, winner of the Golden Wings Award. Many congratulations, Anushka. बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं, बधाई. This calls for a picture-perfect moment as well. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause, a bigger applause? The Golden Wings Award to Anushka Sinha from Agra. Many congratulations, Anushka. Thank you, sir. Thank you for presenting this award. Ladies and gentlemen, after this award, it's time to move on. The Best Digital Champion for Girls' Rights, Silver Wings. Through the Masi initiative, the awardee and his team have reached more than 5,000 girls with digital awareness on education, safety, health, and financial literacy. Over 1,200 girls gained structured training in online safety and life skills, while many delayed their early marriages, thanks to their support. Despite barriers of limited devices, parental hesitation, and language gaps, they built trust with families and created safe peer groups on WhatsApp and apps in the local languages. His dream idea is Digital Daughters, which envisions hubs where girls access devices, training and mentorship, creating scalable spaces for confident, connected, and empowered digital leaders of tomorrow. Please join me in applauding these wonderful, inspiring individuals for their outstanding contribution to digital empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to present the award, may I first please invite Positive Rishi Kumar, board member, Yuva Unstoppable, to please join us on stage. बहुत-बहुत स्वागत. Ladies and gentlemen, आइए अब हम विजेता का नाम यहाँ पर अनाउंस करते हैं. तो आइए करतल ध्वनि से स्वागत करते हैं द बेस्ट डिजिटल चैंपियन फॉर गर्ल्स राइट सिल्वर विंग गोज टू रवि शास्त्री उपाध्याय फ्रॉम दिल्ली। जोरदार तालियां रवि शास्त्री जी के लिए। सभी की ओर से जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए। I think we should have a big round of applause. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, ढेर सारी बधाई। ये वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने बहुत उम्दा कार्य किए हैं। They've done excellent work. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, to guide us with her vision, wisdom and experience, we are honored to welcome Padma Shri Dr. Indira Chakrabarti ji once again. She is a pioneer in public health and nutrition. Her work has transformed lives and shaped policies across the country. Today, she shares her thoughts on the path forward for inclusive health and community empowerment. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage. Ma'am, may I please invite you for a few words from your side. जोरदार तालियों के साथ अभिनंदन करते हैं। बहुत बहुत स्वागत डॉक्टर इंदिरा चक्रवर्ती, बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन। और अब निवेदन करना चाहेंगे कि कृपया आप हमें संबोधित करने की कृपा करें।
I feel deeply honored and deeply gratified for having been called to speak on a forum like this. This is something which is not only for me to reminisce some of my past, what I did in my 76 years of age, but more than that, I think it's something which has hardly happened ever again. So I think I would first like to congratulate Plan that you're bringing up front people who do the major work behind the screen but are hardly ever recognized. I think this is a forum where you recognize them and you give them the due honor that they've deserved. The frontline workers, if you say, are the bridges. They are the bridges between any program and any community. And a community doesn't mean just the vulnerable group whom they're working for. They're working for children, mothers and all that, but they are working for the entire community. Because if they have to build a bridge, it has to be not with the vulnerable group. It has to be with the entire community. Because they have to get their trust. Each community is different. They have different social structure, different ethics, different habits, different beliefs, different attitude, different religion, different social structure, different ages. So the frontline doers, as we call them, the last line of people we work with, has to implement the program with people who are so varied. But they have to build a bridge with the entire community. Because if the community doesn't believe in them, no program can be implemented. So I think this is a very difficult, critical thing that they do. They touch upon the vulnerable groups, possibly, that's their target, but they build a system, a bridge, a link with the entire community. And that's a very big, very, very difficult thing to do. As Ravi was saying that, why don't we take men into it? That's exactly what I'm trying to say, that it's a whole community you touch, not just the target groups, not just the vulnerable group. So I think this is something which we have to recognize. They are wonderful community experts. They work through all kinds of they have to face a lot of difficulties, not only disasters and COVID and 19, but each day is a difficulty for them. Each day there's a political interference, a social interference, an attitudinal interference, and they have to overcome it. And they have to do it on their own, with hardly any help. Quite often there's a lot of pressure as we see on them. Political pressure, religious pressure, social pressure, financial pressure. People want them to do favors at many times. It's not an easy job at all. So they do a very difficult job on very difficult areas, lots of problems in front of them. They need a lot of presence of mind to handle all these. And along with that, build a bridge so that the programs which they're implementing not only implemented today, but become sustainable. Because they may move out tomorrow. They can't be there all the time holding hands. So they have to build a community which believes in the program and continues doing it. And that is the most difficult thing to do. They prepare a community in a manner that if I move out, you still do what I teach you to do. So I think these are certain things I would like to recognize myself, That is a group of people who are ground level, are not like us, not like me giving a lecture here and getting away with, but implement it, do it. Not just speak about, but do it. I think that's the very, very crux of the whole thing I want to do. And they do it very quietly, no limelights, no accolades, accepting something like this, Asif. I'm so glad that you're ultimately giving them this mileage to talk to us. Since Reket is here, I would like to say that apart from the normal we will be accolading today with plan, I don't know, none of you mentioned, have been doing wonderful work on the frontline workers also. As far as you know, in 3 states, you've already built a line of frontline doers. The Gulabi Didis, I think, the Gulabi Didis, they look into the first 1,000 days of the child and the mother, entire maternal and child, and make them to self-care for themselves. So that is most important, sustainability. They become self-caring. They can do whatever they want for themselves. And this is another program that I think I feel very, I was there initially with these programs in Maharashtra and then in 3 states. Started with Maharashtra, went on to 3 states. So I think frontline workers are, yes, government has wonderful groups of frontline workers whom we'll be recognizing today. But I think Plan on their own is also creating a group of frontline doers on their own, especially to fill up gaps. Wherever there is gap, like you have SAGs, you have Anganwadis, you have Ashas, but there is still small little gaps here and there. So I think that is where Plan and Reket are jointly doing a lot of work to fill up these little gaps. And I'm sure that next time when you come to the 9th function of this group, you will have a lot of frontline workers awards for your own programs as well. Not only for government's programs, but for your own band of soldiers that you possibly will create on your own by another year has gone by. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful to all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed, frontline workers are the bridges who connect the community. Thank you very much, ma'am, for addressing us, for joining us here today, and for enlightening us with your words of wisdom. Thank you very much once again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to celebrate the real heroes, the change makers working at the grassroots level, often without recognition but with immense impact. The PIIA 2025 honors excellence in community service and advocacy. Today we recognize outstanding individuals and groups across 8 categories. तो आइए शुरुआत करते हैं. Are we all ready? Absolutely wonderful. So beginning with the first award, ladies and gentlemen, which is for the best Anganwadi worker. For 19 years, she has turned her Anganwadi into a beacon of learning, care and community impact. She has facilitated over 5,000 child immunizations, birth registrations and medical referrals, ensuring healthier start for children. Her creative teaching using flashcards, puzzles and story charts makes learning joyful and prepares young minds for schools. She also empowers mothers through nutrition sessions, sharing simple, healthy recipes that have transformed family diets. By adopting digital tools, she streamlined services and expanded her reach. Her work reflects the power of compassion, innovation and resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, to present the award, may I please first invite Mr. JVR Prasad Rao to join us on stage. और हम आप सभी को बताना चाहते हैं कि winner of the best Anganwadi worker goes to शैला भोसले from Pune, Maharashtra. जोरदार तालियां शैला जी के लिए. बेस्ट आंगनवाड़ी वर्कर, जोरदार तालियां शैला जी के लिए. शैला भोसले फ्रॉम पुणे, महाराष्ट्र, for winning the award in the category of बेस्ट आंगनवाड़ी वर्कर. ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं और हम यही आशा करते हैं कि आपके प्रयास यूं ही चलते रहे. आप अच्छा कार्य तो कर ही रही हैं, पर आप कितने और लोगों को भी प्रोत्साहित करती हैं, ये खास बात है. जोरदार तालियां पुनः करतल ध्वनि शैला जी के लिए. शुभकामनाएं, बहुत बहुत बधाई. Many congratulations once again. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. अगली कैटेगरी है बेस्ट आशा वर्कर की. तो आइए अब आगे चलते हैं, आपको बताते हैं पहले थोड़ा इनके बारे में, उसके बाद हम अनाउंस करेंगे कि किन के नाम है ये अवार्ड. When families were unaware or hesitant to trust health services, she responded with empathy and action. She enabled over 900 institutional deliveries and helped vaccinate 1,500 children through door-to-door outreach and over 200 community meetings. Her efforts connected hundreds of families to welfare schemes, improving nutrition and dignity. Even during election duty, she tracked 42 high-risk pregnancies via WhatsApp and volunteer networks. She introduced mobile tools to ensure no child or mother was missed. Through folk songs, wall paintings, and storytelling, she made health education relatable. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to present the award, may I please invite Mr. Janmajay Mahapatra, Whole-Time Director and CEO SEIL, Energy India Limited, to kindly please present the trophy and the plaque now to the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the winner, her dream idea is Sakhi Sathi circles to empower adolescent girls with menstrual health education, breaking stigma, reducing dropouts, and helping every girl grow with pride. And they already know that the winner is Potharaju Navneeta from Hyderabad, Telangana. जोरदार तालियां नवनीता के लिए. Congratulations, and this is for the best Asha worker, Potharaju Navneeta from Hyderabad, Telangana. Once again, a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let us applaud these inspiring individuals for their outstanding contribution to digital empowerment. Once again, a round of applause. Many congratulations and thank you, sir, for presenting this award. Moving on to the next category, ladies and gentlemen. The category is Best Community Volunteer. When two of his young students were trafficked, he turned heartbreak into a lifelong mission. A government school teacher turned champion. He has rescued more than 2,000 children from trafficking and child labor, often at great personal risk. He built community intelligence networks, ran a personal helpline, and even braved violent attacks to bring children back to safety and school. His mission has restored childhoods, prevented child marriages, and championed girls' education, health, and dignity. His dream idea is Flying Dreams with Support, which will create safe residential, education, and holistic care for the most vulnerable children, ensuring they grow into empowered leaders who can transform their communities. In order to present the award, may I please invite Mr. Yogesh Kumar Baveja, Director General, Press Registrar of India, to kindly please present the trophy and plaque. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Best Community Volunteer goes to Durga Ram Muwal from Udaipur, Rajasthan. जोरदार तालियां दुर्गा राम जी के लिए, जो कि उदयपुर राजस्थान से आए हैं. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देते हैं, बधाई देते हैं. और कितने सुंदर कार्य इन्होंने किए हैं. 2000 बच्चों को ट्रैफिकिंग और चाइल्ड लेबर से बचाने का जो इन्होंने काम किया है, और कितनी बार पर्सनल रिस्क लेते हुए भी. जोरदार तालियां. I think we can have a louder applause, and the applause should keep on going because ये काम ही कुछ ऐसे हैं. Durga Ram Muwal ji from Udaipur, Rajasthan, the winner of the Best Community Volunteer, ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। हम आशा करते हैं आप ऐसे ही आगे ये उम्दा कार्य करते रहें और बहुत सारे बच्चों को वो हक दिला सके जो वाकई उन्हें मिलना चाहिए। ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next category now, which is the best young change maker. He is a young change maker from Badgam district in Kashmir, who's transforming foundational learning for thousands of children. Witnessing students attend school without acquiring basic literacy or numeracy, he launched Noorul Kitab, the light of the book, in 2018 while still in class 9th. What began in a small room has grown into a dynamic learning movement, reaching over 7,000 students across Badgam and Srinagar. His re-enrolling of 1,500 dropouts through engaging responsive education, he built lasting partnerships, overcoming barriers to improve learning outcomes and spark confidence, curiosity, and hope in young minds. His dream idea is to scale Noorul Kitab and reach 1 million students by the year 2030, establishing reading rooms, STEM clubs, creative art spaces, and teacher training programs. In order to present the award, may I please invite Dr. Shabnam Singh, Principal Advisor, Healthcare at the Confederation of Indian Industry, to present the trophy and the plaque, please. बहुत-बहुत स्वागत, बहुत-बहुत अभिनंदन. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Best Young Chain Maker goes to Umar Sharif from Srinagar, Kashmir. जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं इनके लिए. Umar Sharif के लिए from Srinagar, Kashmir, the Best Young Change Maker. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. Once again, a round of applause. As we know, his initiative blends literacy, STEM and arts with peer-led and inclusive methods. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं उमर जी. हम यही आशा करेंगे, यही कामना करेंगे कि आप ऐसे ही आगे बढ़ते रहें और बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए बहुत अच्छे कार्य कर सकें. Thank you for inspiring and helping so many people and children who really needed you. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is the Best Young Change Maker Climate Action. For over 15 years, she has empowered women waste pickers and transformed urban communities through climate action. As founder of Parisar Sakhi Vikas Sanstha, she trained 3,000 Parisar Sakhis to lead waste segregation, plastic-free practices, and sustainability. Her work reached about 32,000 people via climate education, civic partnerships, and school programs. By establishing waste sheds and promoting circular economy models, she reduced landfill waste and carbon emissions. Defying every obstacle, she harnessed the power of storytelling and peer-driven learning to humanize climate action. Her dream idea is Parisar Sakhis, bright futures that will enhance women-led waste sheds and expand study centers in Navi Mumbai's slums, restoring dignity and inspiring future eco-leaders. In order to present the award, may I please invite Mr. Steve Ryder, MD, Manito Equipment India, to please present the trophy and plaque now to the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, we all set to announce the name of the winner. The winner of the Best Young Change Maker goes to Rukmini Joseph Paul from Mumbai, Maharashtra. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. जोरदार तालियां रुक्मिनी के लिए. We can have a louder applause for Rukmini. जोरदार तालियां रुक्मिनी के लिए for all the good work that she is doing. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं रुक्मिनी जी आपको. The Best Young Change Maker Climate Action. ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं और यही आशा करते हैं कि आप ऐसे ही इन कार्यों को आगे भी जारी रखेंगे. बधाई. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next category now, and the next category is for the Best Last Mile Champion for Girls' Rights. She has played a key role in establishing India's first deaf-friendly police station at Tukoganj, Indore, where over 4,000 cases have been addressed in sign language, restoring justice and dignity to survivors. For more than 2 decades, she has empowered over 25,000 deaf children, rescued over 500 survivors of abuse, supported 1,000 girls through education and counseling, and rehabilitated over 100 in residential centers. Through hostels, inclusive schooling, and advocacy, she has helped thousands study, work, and lead with confidence. Her dream is to expand free residential centers for deaf, speech impaired, as well as offering education, life skills, and opportunity under one roof for the tribal girls with special needs. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to present the award, may I please request Mr. Somesh Parasar, a CSR lead, Metso India, to please present this trophy and plaque to the winner now. Ladies and gentlemen, as we announce the presenter, we will also be announcing the winner now. Please join me in welcoming winner of the Best Last Mile Champion for Girls' Rights as we invite Monica Purohit from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Monica ji ke liye zordar taaliyan. Monica Purohit from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Many congratulations. ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं, बहुत बहुत बधाई. Ladies and gentlemen, once again a round of applause for all the change makers, for all the winners, for all the good work that has gone in to make this day possible for them. Many congratulations and thank you, sir, for presenting this award. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the next category now, and the next category is the Best Women Self-Help Group. Formed in the year 2019, this Mahila Mandal SHG turned Dev Kuli into a thriving mushroom hub, giving 80 plus women steady incomes of up to 15,000 rupees per month. With their Kabali brand of pickles and powders, master trainers, and robust market linkages, they built a climate resilient and scalable value chain. Beyond livelihoods, they stopped 48 child marriages, re-enrolled girls in school, and connected 642 households to government schemes, becoming an inspiring model of women-led change. They overcame barriers of traditional family resistance, migration, and financial illiteracy through collective action, community support, and innovative partnerships. Their dream idea is to turn additional adjoining villages into mushroom hubs. Ladies and gentlemen, before we announce the winners, may I please invite the presenter, Dr. Brigadier Rakesh Kumar Gupta ji, Director of Government Institute of Medical Sciences, to kindly please present the trophy and plaque now. और जोरदार तालियों के साथ विजेता को आमंत्रित करेंगे. विनर ऑफ द बेस्ट वुमेन सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप गोज टू दुर्गा महिला मंडल from Ranchi, Jharkhand. May I please invite Reena Devi, member of the SHG Ranchi, Jharkhand, to please receive this award. जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं इनके लिए. दुर्गा महिला मंडल, रांची, झारखंड. और तालियों में कोई कमी नहीं होनी चाहिए. हम सभी की ओर से बहुत सारा प्रोत्साहन, बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं, बहुत सारी बधाई इन सभी विजेताओं को और उन सभी ग्रुप्स को जिन्होंने इतने उम्दा कार्य किए हैं. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. थैंक यू सर फॉर प्रेजेंटिंग दिस अवार्ड एंड रीना जी को ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं. आपके पूरे ग्रुप को हम बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देते हैं. चलिए अब आगे बढ़ते हैं और अब हमारे फाइनल कैटेगरी की तरफ अग्रसर होते हैं. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the category for Best Child Welfare Committee. They protected and supported over 1,000 vulnerable children. They rescued boys and girls from child labor, marriage, trafficking, and abuse. They helped find new homes for many children through adoption, arranged sponsor support for others, and ensured school enrollment for children. Despite limited resources and heavy caseloads, the committee stood firm. They balanced judicial authority with compassion and care. Their dream idea is food for body and mind. It brings hope of healing through nutrition, yoga, reading, and digital learning. With tireless dedication, even as they face challenges of resources, the committee shines as a true pillar of child protection in Andhra Pradesh. In order to present this award, may I please invite Rashmi Saji, board member, Yuva Unstoppable, to kindly please join us on stage for presenting the trophy and plaque now. Ladies and gentlemen, inviting the winner now. The winner of the Best Child Welfare Committee goes to CWC Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh. Inviting Zubaida Begum, chairperson of CWC Kurnool, to please receive this award. बहुत बहुत स्वागत है मंच पर आपका. We invite you to please receive this award. CWC Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh की चेयरपर्सन जुबैदा बेगम अब इस अवार्ड को स्टेज पर ग्रहण करेंगी. शुभकामनाएं देते हैं. पुनः जोरदार तालियां इनके लिए. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for all the awardees. हमारे सभी awardees के लिए जोरदार तालियां for all the good work that they have done in their respective areas. Thank you very much and God bless you. Thank you. Congratulations and thank you, ma'am, for presenting this award. और जैसा कि हम हमेशा कहते हैं ना कि हर चेहरे पर नूर चढ़ा. I can see so many smiling faces, happy faces sitting here. कि हर चेहरे पर नूर चढ़ा, हर दिल में खुशी समाई है. आज सभी विजेताओं को उनकी इस जीत की बहुत बहुत बधाई है, बधाई है, बधाई है. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all the awardees. Many congratulations for all the good and I must say excellent work that you have been doing. Thank you very much. Each awardee represents hope, resilience, and leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, to close this celebration with a message of inspiration, now we welcome our chief guest, Dr. Dhyaneshwar Mule, who is an Indian diplomat who superannuated after 35 years of service. Dr. Mule was appointed by the President of India as a member of the National Human Rights Commission in April 2019, where he served until April 2024. He is currently serving as an advisor to National Skill Development Corporation, and we know he is popularly known as the Passport Man of India. जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करते हैं, निवेदन करते हैं, sir, please हमें address करें. We look forward to your words of wisdom.
Well, thank you very much. So, namaste, good evening, salam alaikum, vanakkam, whatever expression you understand. This is such a gathering of diverse people who are doing extremely well, and I'm absolutely humbled to see these very simple folks working in their respective areas with such dedication. आजकल कहते हैं कि छूने लायक पाँव नहीं बचे, लेकिन इनको देख के ऐसा लगा कि इनके पाँव वास्तव में हमें छूने चाहिए. It's actually very moving to see so many of these islands of excellence. कभी कभी हमारा मन अंधेरे से भर जाता है. We're full of darkness because we think कि कुछ है ही नहीं. फिर वो एक पंक्ति याद आती है, एक न एक शमा अंधेरे में जला के रखे. एंड ये लगता है कि इनको देख के लगता है कि ये वो शमा है जिनके ऊपर हम विश्वास रख सकते हैं और ये सोच सकते हैं कि हमारा जो गणतंत्र है कुछ अलग बन सकता है, दुनिया को अलग दिखा सकता है. व्हाट इज़ लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी? प्रोजेक्ट में तो हम सुनते हैं लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी नहीं होती है. हमारे यहाँ कई राज्यों में धड़ाधड़ जो है हमारे पुल जो बने हुए हैं, ब्रिजेस दे आर कोलैप्सिंग। लास्ट माइल क्या, फर्स्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी भी कई जगह नहीं है। और लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी नहीं है, लास्ट माइल्स ऑफ कनेक्टिविटी दैट इज मिसिंग। व्हेन हम जब कहते हैं कि हम 80 लोगों को राशन घर में 80 करोड़ लोगों को राशन में घर पहुंचाते हैं, इसका मतलब यह है कि लास्ट माइल नहीं है, several hundred last miles are left. But why we call it last miles? Because we have a outstanding framework in terms of our constitution, जहाँ पर freedom, equality और justice हर एक को assured है. It is not only given by X, Y, Z, it is our natural right. We are born with it. And yet, 75 साल के बाद लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी बचती है। बहुत कुछ किया है हमने, लेकिन बहुत कुछ बाकी है। तो मूवमेंट ऑफ पॉजिटिविटी का काफ़ी मैं डिटेल में नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ। 3 ही चीज़ें हैं हम सबको टू कंट्रीब्यूट टुवर्ड्स जस्टिस, इक्वालिटी एंड फ्रीडम। नंबर 1, हमें अपने रोज़मर्रा के जीवन में सकारात्मकता, कंस्ट्रक्टिविटी लानी है। रोज़मर्रा के जीवन में कोई एक्स्ट्रॉर्डनरी जंप करने की ज़रूरत नहीं, जस्ट बी पॉजिटिव। बट बी पॉजिटिव से काम कैसे चलेगा, बदलेगा कैसे समाज? यू हैव टू बी क्रिएटिव। जहाँ हो वहाँ, मैं इसमें इट इज़ सेड इन मैनेजमेंट दैट वेर एवर यू ज्वाइन, इन वट एवर पोजिशन यू ज्वाइन, यू कैन इम्प्रूव दैट प्लेस बाय एटलीस्ट 10 to 20%, irrespective of where you are, irrespective of what difficulties you have. तो कहने का मतलब है हम जहाँ हैं, जैसे है वहाँ पर हम लोग काम करते रहे तो बहुत भारत देश को सच में हमारी पोटेंशियल इतनी ज़बरदस्त है। और हर वक्त यही चिंता रहती है कि इतना पोटेंशियल होते हुए भी हम क्यों इस तरह से है जैसे जिस तरह से है। मैं ज़्यादा बात नहीं करूँगा, अंत में यही कहूँगा कि बुद्ध को एक बार पूछा गया, उसने शिष्य ने पूछा कि मुझे कैसा रास्ता लेना चाहिए, किस तरह का होना चाहिए मेरा रास्ता, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पाथ आई शुड अंडरटेक। बुद्ध ने कहा कि चलते रहो, ऐसा रास्ता पकड़ो कि एक दिन तुम खुद रास्ता बन जाओ। आई पॉज हियर, थैंक यू वेरी मच। आई एम श्योर आई ऑलवेज कम टू दिस फंक्शन and I am told कि motivate others. I get motivated here. That's why I come, not to teach anything. But thank you so much. बहुत आभारी हूँ। सब मिल के चलो हमारे इतने देश को मजबूत करते हैं और स्वयं पूर्ण करते हैं। धन्यवाद।
चरैवेति, चलते रहो और ऐसे कि औरों के लिए भी मार्ग प्रशस्त हो जाए। बहुत बहुत आभार। और सुंदर शब्दों में आपने भगवान बुद्ध का भी जो उदाहरण लिया है हम सभी के लिए प्रेरणादायी है। थैंक यू सर फॉर एड्रेसिंग अस विद योर वर्ड्स ऑफ विजडम। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस हियर। आपकी इस पॉजिटिव प्रेजेंस से वाकई चारों तरफ 4 चांद लग गए हैं। थैंक यू very much once again. Ladies and gentlemen, before we formally conclude, we would like to take an opportunity for thanking all the partners and representatives from their side who have joined us here today. We thank ACIL, Energy India Limited, Manito Group, Metso India, Deloitte, Uniqlo, HCL Enterprises, CII, and all the NGO partners who have joined us here. We thank all the honorable board members of Plan India. We thank our Executive Director, Shri Asif Ji, and the CMT members of Plan India. We thank the national jury members of Plan India Impact Awards 2025. We also thank the sub-jury members of the Plan India Impact Awards 2025. We thank the Plan India Impact Awards core team, and we thank all the distinguished guests who have joined us here. Once again, many congratulations to all the awardees present here. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now be inviting group pictures of our awardees with our dignitaries, followed by the picture with the core team members as well. तो आइए सभी को आमंत्रित करते हैं, जितने भी अवॉर्डीज़ हैं कृपया मंच पे आ जाएं अपने अवार्ड्स के साथ, क्योंकि आपकी तस्वीर ज़्यादा खूबसूरत आएगी जब अपने अवार्ड्स आप अपने हाथ में लेकर आएंगे। तो आइए, ये एक ऐसा लम्हा है जिसे हम फोटोग्राफ में कैद करते हैं, और जब भी इस पिक्चर को, इस फ़ोटो को देखेंगे तो आज के दिन की, आज के इस मुबारक उत्सव की, इस मुबारक मौके की हमें याद आएगी। बिल्कुल अवार्ड वाली स्माइल होनी चाहिए सभी के चेहरे पर। बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, आपको ढेर सारी बधाई देते हैं।